The Chiefs just beat the Bills to get to their second Super Bowl in a row, but one of their star players should not be able to play in the Super Bowl for punching a Bills player. And that player is Chris Jones, who threw a punch with 14 minutes left in the second quarter, which ended in mounting frustration from the Bills and ended in a brawl between the offensive and defensive linemen. If you think I'm being a bit rash on him not being able to play in the Super Bowl because of the punch, he got to play in a game that he should not have been able to play in. He should have been ejected, so why should he miss the next game? That's why I asked the question, why was Chris Jones not ejected after punching a player? Cameron Jordan was ejected for less on this play, and Bears wide receiver Javon Wims was ejected and suspended 2 games for throwing a punch, which led to a brawl. The NFL rulebook clearly states, throwing a punch or a forearm is among the acts that can trigger the league's foul automatic ejection rule. In other words, if a player is penalized in a game for throwing a punch or a forearm, he's automatically ejected. That's from the NFL's website. If you throw a punch, you're ejected. Simple, right? Well, not when there's a Chiefs player involved. Some sketchy things happened in the Bills game and the week before when the Chiefs faced the Browns, with a head-to-head tackle with Daniel Sorensen that was not called, which resulted in a fumble that changed the outcome of the game. A taunting call on Tyrann Mathieu when he stood over Rashard Higgins, and a catch that was clearly not a catch that clearly hit the ground. And no, the NFL's not rigged, but refs are super flawed. And if there's a star player, they're way less likely to get the flag if a star player seems to be the one holding or whatever the penalty is. Or it's more likely to get the flag thrown if the star player is getting fouled, or looks like they are. The crazy thing is, if the NFL misses that call, the only thing that can happen is the refs get bad grades. After every game, they get a grade depending on the replay, and if they missed something or got something wrong. And then they can't play in playoff games and can't be the referee in high-profile games like the Super Bowl. So Chris Jones punching Bills player doesn't even get penalized at all, and the only way he could get suspended for punching in a game is if the commissioner stepped in and either fined or suspended Chris Jones. And I can see why the huge brawl at the end of the game occurred, especially with the O-linemen and defensive linemen. I would be frustrated as an offensive lineman if the defensive linemen are acting like that and not even getting penalized. The way it should be is if the refs miss a call like that, they should be able to go into instant replay, and people should be replaying the game constantly, and if they see something like that, he should immediately be out of the game. And since it was on the broadcast, he should have been clearly ejected from the game. The weird thing is the NFL already does this with concussion protocol. If a player looks like they got hit hard in the head from a replay, then they'll take that player out. But why don't they do that with calls and things like this? I think penalties should be on replay and less up to the refs and more up to the people that are reviewing it over and over again. It's just kind of weird, and it seems like something needs to change for the game to be played fair and more up to the teams and less up to the refs. But go to the comment section below and tell me if Chris Jones should be getting a penalty for this. But make sure to hit the like for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe for more NFL content like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Until next time.